Hi, this is Jack from TritiumSoft.com talking to you today about our exciting new software release, WorldFlagsDojo2. Let's get started. So if we open up WorldFlagsDojo2, if we look down the items list, we get to an item called Distance Between Locations. It's the fourth item down from the top, right below GPS favorites and right above enter GPS coordinates. So let's press on distance between locations. When we first open up distance between locations, there are two default images which aren't on my screen today. One of them is the St. Peter's Basilica in Rome, Italy, the Vatican City, as they say. And the other one is this location here, the Palace Museum in Beijing, China. And so if we press this swap button here, we can swap between two locations. In this case, we notice that we have the Cambodia 2023 Southeast Asia Games. And so we're shown this brand new beautiful stadium in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. It's Moradok Techo National Stadium over there in Phnom Penh. And if we press the swap button again, we're back to Beijing. And so with the distance between locations, it's another way for you to store location data and to quickly calculate distances. We calculate distances throughout all of the programs in WorldFlagsDojo2, but this one is just specifically set aside, takes two locations, and it'll remember them. It'll store them to memory, and when you open it up again, they'll still be there. So it just provides yet another convenient way for you to manage the locations that you care about in WorldFlagsDojo2. And so what we're going to do here now is let's change the zoom level. So I'm at the Palace Museum in Beijing, China, and I think maybe I'm zoomed in a little too much. So if I zoom out, we can see we have the beautiful lakes here on the left, and you can't see it, but if I scroll down, we have Tiananmen Square down there below us, as well as the National Center for the Performing Arts. And so if I zoom out again, I get a bigger picture, and now it gets a little bit muddy because we're pretty far out. So we can pinch zoom or scroll and change our view however we want. And so in this case, I think what I'm going to do is I will just center it here on this Palace Museum. And instead of entering, I could enter a string, such as Palace Museum. And I can press Loc2, and it updates it. Or I can just press Loc2 and it'll automatically name it itself. And if I look at this pin, I have precise latitude and longitude listed there. And it remembers the zoom level. So if I change my zoom level and move around, as soon as I press the swap button, it brings me right back. So that's a great feature. We can always we can go do things with the map, and as long as we don't save them as Loc1, Loc2, we'll come back to the same map views that we started out with. So it's a really nice feature. One other thing we can do here is, so let's go down here to Tiananmen Square and just say, this looks like a nice spot to put on the map here. Tiananmen Square was very critical to the transformation of the economic situation of China. It was a moment where the government modernized and also moved away from uh, what could have become a civil war conflict. And so, China, having been in 50 years of civil war, chose chose capitalism over conflict, in my mind, anyway. So, as hard as some people may find that to believe, but if we look here, Tiananmen Square, let's just write in the description here. Tiananmen Square. Easy to misspell, but I think I got it right here. And all I got to do here is I'm going to save it as Loc2. Boom, it's updated. It looks great. Zoom level is very nice. I press the swap button, and I'm back over here looking at the 32nd Southeast Asian Games Stadium here in Cambodia. And if I want to zoom out, you can see there's a golf course nearby, and it's located between the Tonle Sap and the Mekong River. And if we zoom out even farther, we can even see these two positions on the same map. And so that's just a nice feature, is that we can make custom maps that show positions which may be difficult to view on many maps. And so, and with the heading there, it tells you exactly what it is. It's Tiananmen Square to Cambodia 2023 Southeast Asian Games. It's a 2,000-mile trip. And if I now, let's press swap again. And want to say, from my position, how far is it to Tiananmen Square? I could just press this here button here. And it tells me on top, the map view location I was at to my device location is 6,786 miles. So I'm not so close, but I'm not so far away. And we can press swap and go right back in there. And so those are some of the great features of WorldFlagsDojo2. Thanks for watching. See you next time.